Hello, my darklings. I am Madam Midnight. Welcome to the Shadow Hour. I have another heartbreaking poem for you. Sometimes there's lonely creatures in the world that are just misunderstood, and this is his story that I want to tell you tonight. There are creatures in this world that people fear, shapes in the dark, whispers in the woods, shadows that slip between moonlight and mist. But sometimes the things we fear the most are not monsters at all. Sometimes they are simply hearts that were never given a place to belong. Tonight's story is not one of terror alone. It's a soul wandering through a world that refuses to understand it. A creature born into darkness with a heart far more gentle than the people who call him a monster. What happens to love when no one will receive it? What becomes of a heart that only wants to be seen? Dim the lights, listen closely to the wind beyond your door, and step carefully into the shadows, because somewhere out there, something lonely is still waiting to be loved. The heart that hides in shadows. In the cold breath of midnight, where the pale moon weeps silver light, a lonely creature wanders slow through forests where no warm winds blow. He hides where twisted branches sleep, where shadows gather thick and deep. The world above, with laughter bright, has never known his silent night. They call him a monster, a ghost, or a curse, a thing the trembling hearts rehearse. But none have seen beneath the skin the fragile soul that aches within. His heart is dark as dark can be, a blackened rose from misery, not dark with hate or cruel design, but bruised from love denied by time. He listens to the lovers speak with trembling hands and voices meek. He watches from the misty trees as tender words ride gentle breeze. And something deep within his chest begins to ache and beat unrest. Where do I belong? He sighs, to empty woods and starlit skies. What broken world was I made for that slams on me every loving door? For though his hands are cold as stone, his heart has never wished them harm. It only longs for someone near to see the gentleness he bears. But every step toward candlelight sends frightened people into flight. So back he slips through midnight's veil, where lonely winds begin to wail. A tender soul the world denies, a lover born in dark disguise. Yet still he hopes through endless night that someday someone will not flee, but see the sorrow in his eyes and whisper softly, "Come with me." Until that day he waits apart, a shadow with a faithful heart, still beating, still hoping, still hiding in the dark. The world has always feared what it cannot understand. Sometimes we see a shadow and imagine a monster. Sometimes we see something different and turn away before we ever look at its heart. But loneliness can live anywhere, in quiet woods, in the deepest, darkest, or even inside someone standing right beside us. Perhaps the saddest creatures of all are not the ones hiding in the shadows, but the ones who only wanted love and never found a place where they belonged. And somewhere tonight, beneath the pale glow of the moon, a gentle heart still wonders, still hoping, still waiting, still asking the same question carried on the cold night wind. Where do I belong? Until next time, my darklings, listen carefully to the darkness, but sometimes the shadows are only lonely. Have a good night.